Shout out to Palmer Henderson coming through. Palmer Henderson, aka Juan Pierre, coming through. Yeah, man. You can see up their nose, the case is closed, man. Uh, NBA in full swing. Lakers about to start the season 0-2, man. People still gonna be like, still gonna be trying to act like they a contender and shit. Shout out to Robert E. Lee, man. So they melted down Robert E. Lee's statue, man. They melted down Robert E. Lee's statue, man. Isn't that crazy? And they're gonna make a new piece of art out of Robert E. Lee's. I lived on this block, man. That's the craziest part, man. I swear I'm like Forrest Gump, man. I literally lived on Monument Avenue when I was at VCU, man, when I went to Virginia Commonwealth. And I saw these every day when I left my house. That's crazy. I was at Charlottesville too. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. That is so crazy. Um, no one asked them to do this. Why did they have to do this? Why are they dredging up this this wasn't like something that needed to be dredged up right now. Robert E. Lee. It's election season though, man. That's why I tell you, man, election season. Election season, man. They play different, man. They play different. They different. The Black History Museum in Charlottesville melts down historical statue of General Robert E. Lee. The resulting molten material will be repurposed into a new public art. White folk ain't happy about this, man. White folk ain't happy about this, man. And they shouldn't be, man. They shouldn't be happy about this. This guy really existed. He really lived. He really did what he did. He played his role in the country's history. Erasing him doesn't do any good. Yeah. And it doesn't, in erasing historical figures that are inconvenient, it's touchy because, okay, they love Thomas Jefferson, right? These same people love Thomas Jefferson. These same people love George Washington. Thomas Jefferson and George Washington were both slave holders. They were both slave holders. They both had huge plantations. I mean, and I don't think they should be erased. Shout out to Tipu Tip, man. Everybody give a everybody give a shout out in the comment section to Tipu Tip. He shouldn't be erased. Tipo, wait a second. Tipu Tip has been erased. Tipu Tip has been erased. He's very inconvenient. Tipu Tip is very inconvenient. They even erased the richest man in the world, Mansa Musa, the richest man to ever live. Mansa Musa. They erased him because he's inconvenient. Mansa Musa's inconvenient. Yeah. But Gliders are shocking me, man. Gliders are mad about this, man. This one says, Robert E. Lee is second only to Washington as a great American hero. He fought for independence against an illegal invasion of his home state. And now the disgusting Black History Museum has melted down his statue. This is a moment Virginia will look back on with shame. Historical statues are only destroyed when the founding nation is conquered. It's not just General Robert E. Lee, it's Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, and more. Robert E. Lee had nothing to do with those Unite the Right attention whores or the Antifa communists. Shame on the nation destroying historic monuments because ignorant people get offended. History isn't a Disney movie. This is symbolic of of violence against white people. Press one. Press one if you think this has some symbolism of it. It's like it's kind of like sanctioning and okaying violence against whites, as long as like you can call them a racist. It is very symbolic. This is very something about this seems very threatening. Seems like it's a threat. Seems like a threat. They're burning this man alive. They're like doing what it's kind of like we're doing to him what we wish we could have done to him in his day when he was alive. Wow. The radical left is bragging about Charlottesville's iconic Robert E. Lee statue being melted down. The former site of the statue is now a violent homeless encampment. Well, yeah, I mean, liberals, that's what you get with liberals. No surprise there that the site of that is now a violent homeless encampment. On the 14th, a black man was murdered by another black male within yards of where the statue used to be. Oh, shit. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. A black man was murdered by another black man within yards of where the statue used to be. Breaking. Statue to replace Confederate hero Robert E. Lee has been situated in the White House lawn. That's hysterical, man. Uh, white folk, look at white folk having some backbone on this issue, man. White folk having a little bit of backbone on this one, man. White folk like, nah, man, we ain't getting pushed around, man. Fuck that, man. We ain't pushing us around lead this time, man. Fuck y'all. White folk refusing to get pushed around. Wag the dog says, we black folk really do have a myopic way of seeing the world. This channel is good because it confirms that we not crazy and the world is a big lie. Yeah, man. We the children of the world, man. We the children of the world. Somebody got to be the children of the world. We the children of the world, man. We see everything like little kids, man. We respond to everything like a kid would, man. That's just us, man. It is what it is, man. You can get mad at what I just said. That shit is true, man. This shit. Mm. They have another one in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. They have another Robert E. Lee statue in Shepherdstown, West Virginia. Oh shit! I gotta charge my thing back up. Hold on. Mm. Mm. Shout out to Mayor Monkey, man. He said it's been a while. I'll keep up the good work. Mayor Monkey, man. Shout out to Mayor, man. Nation Mount Rushmore, man. Coming through in the building. Yeah, man. So if you want to go see the other one, it's another one in Shepherdstown, West Virginia, man. There's just something threatening about this, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. And this is the girl who died, Heather Heyer. Heather Heyer. That's the only person that died at Charlottesville. I was there. This is the only person who died in the melee. Now there was a helicopter crash. Two officers died in a helicopter crash later on that day, but it was unrelated to this melee. It's the only person that died. Now a bunch of people got severely injured. I'm not saying that a bunch of people get severely injured when he ran that car into the crowd. I'm not saying that. A bunch of people were severely, I mean, severely injured, broken bones and all that. So I'm not saying that, but it's the only person that died. One person, one casualty. Because they be trying to make Charlottesville seem like it was a bloodbath, like violence on the right. She the only one who died, Heather Heyer. White folk is upset though. White folks standing up. Look at this. When we win, we will restore the statues of American heroes and create monuments to the new Pat Buchanan, Donald Trump, Yaki, Eisenhower, Tucker Carlson, Robert E. Lee, George Washington, Lincoln, and the new generation of founding fathers. Write anything you want in your rag of a paper, but we still celebrate Lee, Jackson, King Day, whether you erase it or not. If Robert E. Lee was that bad, then dig up your loved ones in Arlington and bury them elsewhere. After all, Arlington was Lee's property and always will be. Mm. Yeah, I mean, Robert E. Lee, man, listen, man. Robert E. Lee knew what time it was, man. Robert E. Lee was he talked about the Sun Man slavery, the slavery the Sun Man was experiencing in the Middle East. Robert Lee talked about that, man. Yeah, he owned slaves. All a lot of people owned slaves in that time. But if that's a deal breaker, if owning slaves is a deal breaker, whew, whoo. Bam. Robert E. Lee said slavery was a greater evil to white men than to the black race in the United States, and that the painful discipline they are undergoing is necessary for the instruction. Oh shit. Robert Lee said the painful discipline black people were undergoing in slavery was necessary for their instruction. God, dog. But that's a man of that time. That's how people talked back then. We're judging him by these. We're judging Robert E. Lee by modern. I don't like judging modern men. I don't like judging men by modern standards, man. I don't like judging men by modern standards. I don't like judging men, ancient men by modern standards. Yeah, you can't even judge. You can't judge a basketball player today. That's a basketball player back in the 80s, or even a basketball player back in the 30s, back in the 1930s and shit. You can't judge today. They used to play in a cage, man. Basketball was played in a cage, man. Yeah, you just can't judge them by modern. The rules have changed. What was not acceptable. Robert E. Lee owned 200 slaves. He drove them hard, pursued and punished them when they escaped. He separated families to pay off debts and fought in court to prevent them from being freed. Slaves' wounds are doused in salt. Truth, fact, despicable. Yeah, but all those guys own slaves, man. All those African chiefs, man. All those African chiefs, man. Every African chief, man. We holding white people to a higher standard because we know that they have the ability to reason. And we know white people have the ability to reason and have rationale and look at things, the total scope of things. We know white people are like that. So we're punishing white people more severely. When all those every Mexican leader had slaves, black slaves. Every Puerto Rican leader from those days had black slaves. Every Cuban leader from those days had black slaves. Every Dominican leader from those days had black slaves. Every Haitian leader from those days had black slaves. Jamaican, black slaves. Every African chief had black slaves. All the Arab leaders from those days had black slaves. They just know that Robert E. Lee's white. White people, we see white people as like, yo, y'all smart, man. And y'all white people nice, man. White people nice, man. How could y'all do this to us white people? Y'all so nice, man. How could y'all have done this too, man? You mean y'all participated in this shit too, white people, man? Well, we thought y'all was different, man. We thought y'all was different. We thought white people was different. Press one, man. We thought white people was different, man. Shit, man. Mm, mm. I want to show you guys this story, man. We'll do a throwback, man. Uh-uh. Jada Murray. Jada Murray and Brittany Norwood, man. Take you back to 2011, man. Let's go black to the future. Press one if you want to go black to the future. Let's go black to the future, y'all. Black to the future. So this is Jana Norwood. I mean, this is Jana Murray and Brittany Norwood. Brittany Norwood is the black one, and Jana is the white one. Kind of confused in there. But Brittany is the black one, and Jana is the white one. In 2011, during their shift on March 11th, Lululemon employees Jana Murray, the glider queen, and Brittany Norwood, the sister, conducted routine bag checks on each other. Jana Murray discovered a pair of leggings that Norwood was trying to shoplift and confiscated them. Okay, so at Lululemon, they did routine bag checks. You check my bag, I check your bag. You know, that's how that's the employees. You check my bag, I check your bag before we leave. White girl found a pair of leggings in the black girl's bag and took them joints. Listen, man, don't do stuff like that, man. She should have just let that black girl have them damn leggings. Press one. Jana, you should have just let that black girl have them damn leggings, man. We ain't let her keep them leggings, man. You being all petty and shit. Anyway, man. White girl took the leggings, man. Shortly after leaving the store, Brittany Norwood, the black girl, phoned Murray, the white girl, claiming she had left her wallet behind and needed Murray to allow her back in. Tragically, Norwood then violently stabbed and bludgeoned her to death. In the store's rear corridor, Norwood assaulted Murray using 5 different weapons: a hammer, a knife, a merchandise peg, and a box cutter, inflicting 331 distinctive wounds during a 16-minute long assault. Okay? So this girl came back and she was like, "Oh, you gonna take my leggings? Oh, you gonna take the leggings I was trying to steal out my bag? Okay, I got something for you." She called back up there and was like, "Yo, I left my wallet. I need you to let me in the store," because the store was closed at this time. "I need you to let me back in, man. The store, I left my wallet, man." White girl let her back in, man. White girl ain't know it was that deep, though. I give white girl a break on this one, man. White girl ain't know it was that deep, man. She ain't know it was that deep, man. White girl thought it was just, took the leggings, man. You know, I found the leggings in her purse, in her bag, and I took them. That was the right thing to do. You're supposed to do. That's why we check each other's bag. The white girl was just thinking like, yo, of course, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. Took the leggings, put them back on the shelf. Jana wanted them leggings. Brittany wanted them leggings, man. Brittany was upset about that. Brittany was injured by that, man. She left 331 distinctive wounds on this white girl's body. 331 distinctive wounds during a 16-minute attack. She then staged the scene to look like a robbery, putting on a pair of men's shoes to track blood across the floor, tossing mops and a broom and chairs around the store, and finally cutting herself and binding her own wrists and ankles with zip ties. Shout out to the sister, man. Yo, she came up with a diabolical scheme quick, yo. Think about how quick she did it. She's leaving work for the day. Routine check of bags. You check my bag, I check my bag, your bag. White girl checked her bag, found the leggings, took them. Brittany left and came up with this scheme to murder the girl, murder her co-worker. That quick, yo. She came up with that scheme hella quick. So she staged the scene to look like a robbery, putting on a pair of men's shoes to track blood across the floor, tossing mops, a broom, chairs around the store, and finally cutting herself and binding her own wrists and ankles with zip ties. Following the murder, the coroner discovered that the white girl suffered a crushed skull and a stab wound in the back of her neck so deep that it severed her spinal cord and went all the way through to her brain. That was just one wound. Remember, there's 331 distinct wounds on this white girl. One of them was a stab wound to the back of the neck so deep that it severed her spinal cord and went all the way through to her brain. On January 20th, In January 2012, Norwood was sentenced to life in imprisonment without the possibility of parole. And I know it's like, well, over some leggings? Nah, it wasn't no leggings, man. It wasn't over the leggings. It was over the white girl tried to tell her what to do, man. The white girl tried to tell her what to do. White girl took her leg. Like, the white girl could have let that shit slide. The white girl was being petty in her mind. In her mind, the white girl was being petty. She ain't had to say shit about them leggings. Brittany wanted them leggings, man. She wanted them leggings, man. She probably had them shits good. The white girl was probably all in her bag. The white girl was probably supposed to just look in her bag like this. Brittany hid them leggings at the bottom in a secret compartment. The white girl probably checked all thoroughly and shit. Press one, man. White girl was checking her bag thoroughly, man. White girl probably pulled out a flashlight. White girl was checking her bag like she was going into a goddamn federal building or some shit. Like TSA, man. White girl with TSA on her bag, man. That Brittany was like, damn, Brittany probably just checked the white girl bag. Brittany probably just did like this. Looked in and was like, all right, cool. White girl went on TSA and shit. Pulled out the little flashlight. White girl had on a miner's cap. The white girl put on a miner's cap and went to work, man. Pulled out a CSI kit, man. Started taking fucking samples and shit. That's what pissed her off, man. She like, damn, man. I just want these leggings, man. Let me just have these leggings, man. Nah, the white girl confiscated the leggings. That's what the story says. The white girl confiscated the leggings. These are all the tools she used to brutally attack the girl. Yo, she went to work on that girl. She came back and look at all the stuff she used to torture that white girl. Look at all the stuff she used to torture that white girl, man. She came back in there and went to work on that white girl, man. Look at this mallet, the goddamn box cutter, the pipe. The hell she was doing with these brushes, man. More to the story, man. If you catch your black co-worker stealing, man, don't say nothing. Press one. If you catch your black co-worker stealing, don't say nothing. Press one. If you lie, you steal. If you steal, you kill. That shit is true, man. She got medieval on that white. She got medieval on that white girl, man. Yeah, that white girl probably was laying there like, oh shit, I can't believe this is happening. It's happening. And here's the thing. This is the thing that a lot of people don't understand, man. And I think this is what gliders can't understand. And I don't think gliders will ever be able to understand this, man. Like, this girl's just gonna go do her time, man. Gliders have been like convinced that jail is like this big The belly of the beast, the industrial complex for black people and shit. Black people, we really tricked y'all, man. We did a Jedi mind trick on gliders, man. We made gliders think like jail was this just like thing that like we just like jail is like such a it's like walking on lava for black people. But really, like this girl's just gonna go do her time, man. She gonna be in there. She gonna be like living her life. She gonna be gay. She gonna be have a girlfriend. She gonna like we can adjust the stuff. Like this girl ain't gonna kill herself. This black girl ain't gonna commit suicide, man. This black girl is gonna go in there and do her time and live a long ass life. That black girl probably gonna live to be fucking 105 years old, man. Press one. That black girl gonna live to be 105 years old in prison. And I'm not saying that black people like going to prison, but I'm saying the narrative that we spun with y'all that it's like, oh my God, it's this dreadful thing and it's slavery all over again. Nah, it's not that. Of course, don't no black person want to go to jail. Don't no black person want to go to jail. But that whole like, it's like slavery. It's tantamount to slavery. It's the belly of the beast. It's the nah, man. That girl came back and went goddamn medieval on that white girl over some leggings and did her time. And she doing her time. She is in there doing her time, man. And she feel good about it too. She got revenge, man. She got revenge, man. She probably never liked that white girl anyway, man. That white girl, look at that white girl, man. Look at her hair, man. Shit, man. That black girl hair all frizzy. She's sweating. Look, this her. Look at her. She from torturing. Look how she just from torturing that white girl. Her hair done got all frizzy and sweaty and shit, and frizzed up. Just from torturing her, man. Yeah, man. Listen, man, I'm a sun person, man. I know, man. Some people kill your ass, man. Some people kill your ass, man. I know that, man. African gray parrot repeats owner's last words before being shot to death. The white, man. What the white got to say, man? The white speaking out, man.
Y'all can stop the nonsense. Worry about all this bull crap. Mind your business. Well, they say you going on dates with dudes, bro. Why the hell do you or anybody care who the hell I spend my time with?
Because you're a superstar, man. You're a superstar, man. People gonna talk about who you're sleeping with, man. Especially if it becomes a court case where the person claims they were raped. If you got a rape case, people gonna talk about it, and you're a celebrity. Your fucking baby mothers is on Basketball Wives. See, this is the shit I can't rock with. His baby mothers is on Basketball Wives. That TV show. But then now that he's dealing with a man, and he got busted with a man, why do y'all care who I'm sleeping with? Well, when your baby mother was on Basketball Wives, you didn't say that. You didn't ask us why we cared who you slept with when your baby mother was on Basketball Wives every fucking week. Now this a man, you try to mind your business. I feel you though. I ain't mad. I would want y'all to mind your business. I wouldn't do this. I couldn't do no shit after this, man. I'd be like, oh shit, man, I'm a faggot, man. Oh shit. I'd still be coming to grips with the fact, man. They caught me, man.
They say you going on dates with dudes, bro. Why the hell do you or anybody care who the hell I spend my time with? That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever.
You try to couch it as spending your time. I like the way he reframing it, spending your time. Nah, nigga, who you forcibly giving head to, man? What male you black back you blowing out? Not spending time, man. You spend time with your teammates, man. I'm spending time with our nation right now, man. Don't try to frame it as spending time. We talking about you fucking literally being a goddamn. You ride down the Hershey Highway, man. My man speeding down the Hershey Highway, man. Talking about spending time.
That's the problem with y'all people. Y'all worried about who people spend their time with. Whatever I'm doing in my bedroom is my damn business. Whatever you doing in your bedroom is your damn business. That ain't for everybody. And everybody don't need to know. You ain't got to say anything about what you doing in your fucking house. It's your house. You ain't got to explain that to nobody, no matter what they say.
Yeah, but it became a court case. The dude said you sexually assaulted him, man. He took you to court, man. Filed charges against you, man. Yeah, don't get me wrong. If I'm dealing with a chick, man, yeah, I don't gotta tell y'all what's happening. But if y'all hear, oh, Ock Nation caught a case, man, chick say Ock Nation sexually assaulted her. You think people not gonna talk about that? At least people that are aware of who I am. I gotta be crazy. But yeah, as of now, no one knows what I'm doing in my bedroom. That's true. As of now. If it becomes a court case and it's in the papers, it's fair game.
They can say anything. Who gives two shits? All too damn nosy, worried about what I'm doing in my bed. Hell, the people who know what's going on in my bed, they know what the hell going on.
Yeah, and the dude who know what's going on in your bed went to the goddamn police, man. And he filed charges against you. And you got a case, man.
With my bed. And what the hell I do with it? That ain't for everybody on the internet. That ain't for no blogs. That ain't for no websites. I don't got to tell nobody where I put my wood at, since y'all want to get to it.
This was not on my 2023 bingo card, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Please take the $5 challenge via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. This wasn't on my 2023 bingo card, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I did not have this on my 2023 bingo card. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Salute to Eric S., Ock Nation Hall of Famer, coming through once again. Listen, man, I didn't have this on 2023 bingo card, man. I ain't even hold you, my G. But you know, now that I think about it, I should have. Because that's the way the world is going. It was only a matter of time before we had one of these superstars be a straight goddamn, like a whole fucking fun boy, man. My man Dwight is a whole fun boy. He just he a blast, man. Dwight a blast, man. Pause. It was only a matter of time, man. It was only a matter of time. Shout out to Ray Wall, man. He said, man, why you ain't have your channel in 2011? Could have told that glider that you never tell son what to do without a threat of violence. Sons only respect violence. Yeah, man. I thought about that. If I had my channel in 2011, we could have saved that white girl life, man. That's true, man. That's a great point, man. We could have saved that white girl life. But you know, only problem with that, Ray, is that, listen, man, I don't think gliders really believe that shit. I think they still think, see, gliders are arrogant. So they still think they know better. Press one. Gliders still think they know better because they'll reason. Gliders will reason. They'll say, well, reasonably, statistics say, logically, you would do this. I mean, I think gliders still think like, well, logically or reasonably, a prudent person would still do this. And they don't understand that, like, nah, man, just listen to what I'm saying, man. Don't do that shit. Shout out to Guy Ninja, man. He says, I have Obama coming out the closet in my bingo card. Obama ain't coming out. Obama gonna die with that, man. Obama ain't coming out because his bodies, you gotta remember with Obama, it's a bunch of dead bodies, man. A bunch of dead gay dudes, man. In Obama's past, a bunch of dead gay dudes. Them dudes is dead. They were murdered. So he can't. I don't think he comes out. Plus, it's just like a president. Nah. We all. I think everybody knows Obama's a fruit cup. I think everybody knows Obama's a fruit cup, and I think that's good enough because everybody knows you're fruit, man.
That ain't nobody business where I put my shit at. Y'all just weird. If you want to know what people doing in their bedroom or who they messing with and sleeping with, you are weird. You're the weird one. Oh, shoot, y'all heard about that? Dwight, they said Dwight was in a text message and a guy. Nigga, who cares?
I do, man. I don't like my NBA players being fruity, man. Press 1. I don't like that shit. I don't like my NBA players fruity, man. Nah, my G. Nah, I care, man. I care, man. I care, man. I found out Michael Jordan was fucking packing fudge, man. Yeah, I'm disappointed I would be. Oh, Mike. Not you, Mike. Nah, I care, man. I don't want. I'm a Negro, man. NBA like when you a Negro, the NBA like Congress and shit. The same way white people feel about Congress and the Senate, black people feel about the NBA. Press 1, man. The same way white people feel about the Senate and Congress and things like that. That's the same way black people feel about the NBA, man. That shit important to us, man. We basketball Americans, man. We basketball Americans, man. I care, man. I care if you're a fruit, man.
Weird. If you want to know what people doing in their bedroom or who they messing with and sleeping with, you are weird. You're the weird one. Oh, shoot, y'all heard about that? Dwight, they said Dwight was in a text message and a guy. Nigga, who cares? Who cares who I was text messaging? You just mad because I want text messaging. Yo, ugly. That's what it is. Worrying about the wrong stuff. Focus on you. Worrying about who in somebody's bed and what they doing in their own bedroom. It ain't your bed. You ain't gonna never get in my bed.
That's great, man. Thank you for that, man. I'm happy about that. Salute, man. I mean, like, you making it worse, though, Dwight. Why you saying that, man? You ain't supposed to say that. That's not the right comeback, man. Your comeback's even getting fruity, man. Your comebacks is fruity, man. Talking about something you ain't never gonna get. You ain't Dwight. No, that's not how you say that, man. I wish you would just deny this shit, man. Lie to me, Dwight. Lie to me. I would believe you if you lie, man. Just lie. Let me play gullible. Let me be like a gullible ass broad, man. Just believe you and shit, man. We ain't lie, man. I'm mad at this nigga. He ain't lied, man. You supposed to lie about some shit like this, man. You being honest and shit, man.
Yo, ugly. That's what it is. Worrying about the wrong stuff. Focus on you. Worrying about who in somebody's bed and what they doing in their own bedroom. It ain't your bed. You ain't gonna never get in my bed. So stop worrying about it. Worrying about, because I don't gotta deny it. I don't gotta talk about none of that crap. The shit didn't even happen.
Yeah, Dwight, that's right, man. Tell us that, man. That shit ain't happened, man. I don't believe that shit, man. They framing you, man. That's what I want to hear. Lie to me, man. Keep my NBA sacred, man. You fucking up my NBA history, man. You went all this time with no goddamn shit like this, and all of a sudden, 2023, we got some shit like this, man. Nah, man.
You worry about the wrong stuff. That's why it's called an accusation. Allegedly. Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Can stop.
Salute, man. Allegedly, you ain't do that shit, Dwight. You too tall, man. You too tall to be a faggot, man.
Друзья, если вы хотите быть такими же гармоничными, как эти горы, записывайтесь на гармонизацию объема губ. Друзья, если вы хотите быть такими же гармоничными, как эти горы,
Wow. A British TikTok star has been jailed for more than 6 years after being caught trying to smuggle cocaine into the UK. Modu Adams was stopped and searched at Jorge Chavez International Airport in Peru. About 2.9 kilograms of cocaine was hidden inside of his suitcase. How the fuck you hide cocaine inside your fucking suitcase, man? You fucking retarded, man. You ain't never seen Locked Up Abroad? I seen damn near every episode of Locked Up Abroad, man. Homie having a bad day, man. You talk about having a bad day, man. All the Lakers, man. Lakers, man. Oh, the Lakers came back and won. Oh, shit. The Lakers came back and won. All right. Lakers came back and won, man. This guy's still on the loose, man. Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link, man. Oh, let me drop the link, man. What's up, Alex? Building. Let me drop the link, man. Yeah, man, this glide is still out there, man. If he was black, man, if he was black, say, man, if he was black, it would have been golden, man. Bowdoin, Maine was his last known address. Dang, that's crazy. Let's see what the Sun words are talking about. Let's see what Sunbirds is saying about this shit, man. It's always fun to see what Sunbirds are saying, man. What's happening, man?
Yo, I wonder when they grab him if they're gonna take him to McDonald's or Burger King.
Both, man. Nah, they're gonna take him to the Cheesecake Factory, man.
Right.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it don't matter if he, resists or if he shoots at them. The gliders are not gonna want to hurt another glider. These pigs.
Right. Especially
But don't let it be a brother. Don't let it be a son, man.
Right, man.
You're gonna throw him under the jet.
You already know the deal, man. They would have just started killing random black people if this was a black person.
Right. You know how they do us.
This person says racist people always use Maine as an example of a state with few black people and a lot of guns that's supposedly peaceful as a way to blame us for the violence in America. Well, there you fucking have it.
Thanks.
Well, yeah, but Maine had 29 homicides last year. So it is a very safe place, man, with a bunch of guns. 29 homicides last year.
Yeah, I don't get why some people don't understand that though. They don't get that, right?
Nah, they don't. It's impossible. Please don't try to like.
Yeah, but I don't like how come they don't get it? Why don't they get it? It's mind-boggling, man. Because look, I think all of us want a solution, and it's not gonna come if they can't grasp at least that,
Nah, they can't. But there's no solutions, man.
That's true. I forget sometimes,
Yeah, man. You trip. You about to try to like, nah. This is futile, man.
Yeah, I know. I know some people have said, this is becoming an echo chamber. Well, maybe I could, be the, he only did it because there was not enough programs. He wasn't loved enough. Maybe I could be like the whole temp.
You want to be the dissenting voice. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, do it, man.
God forbid this becomes an echo chamber of facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we could see a clown shoot into a crowd recklessly, and somebody has to say, well, we don't know why he did it. Maybe he was abused. Shut the fuck up. He did it because he's a terrible person. How about that?
Yeah, this guy's a pretty bad guy, man, killing all those people, man, for no reason, man. I would say, I think it's safe to say he's not a good person, man.
Yeah, yo, but I fucking love how yesterday the panel was trying to bring it back to the Juice Crew. Like,
Yeah, man,
like,
that was kind of like I was like, yo,
right.
gliders aren't handling this well. They
They're not taking it well.
the glider brigade didn't handle this one well.
Right. And you know, I was thinking the part that tripped me up was, look, maybe this one, I guess, could be the Juice Crew, but that's not the point. Like, this could happen organically, you know? The
Exactly,
glider's
man.
gonna glide, right? I mean, like, I think the Philippine guy, right? He said,
Yeah,
I think he said, is it beyond like possibility? Is it beyond impossible that it happened organically? Do the gliders not do this when they do this? Yeah, they do.
yeah. When they do it, they surgical with it. Now, if the glider had shot like 40 people and one was dead, then yeah, I would be like, yeah, something fishy. But
Yeah. That'd be like, yeah, this is definitely the Juice Crew.
yeah, this guy did what he did. What he like you said, glider's gonna glide, man. He did what
Yeah,
he did.
I mean, look at the Las Vegas guy. Remember the country concert?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, but
Patman, what's his name?
right. See now that one, Juice Crew for sure. Come on, fuck out of here. I just don't understand it. Like what? So they killed these people and they got like crisis actors and they set up like a
Yeah,
crime scene and
they
every
told
fucking
him
agent.
they went to 20 different families and were like, look, man, the Jewish
Right,
narrative is getting so big.
right. Every
We're gonna need to sacrifice one of your family members.
Yeah,
right,
these are all
every
Juice Crew crisis actors.
look again. And what bothers me about it, I think the most is that I'm not trying to defend the Juice Crew, but damn.
Yeah, that was straight. They were reaching, man. Fisherman, man, he had a rough day, man.
Juice Crew do be
Rough
wearing
time
those glider
handling this,
masks,
man.
though.
The glider mask.
Yeah, they're out here in the glider hoods committing crimes with
Right.
glider masks on.
Yo, they sound like Sunman Chief when they talk about all the Juice Crew keeping me down. I'm like, man, that sounds familiar. Yo, Fisherman will literally fuck around and stub his toe in the morning and be like, fuck Juice Crew.
Right. Exactly.
Tell me not, huh? Tell me he won't.
Exactly,
What was his
man.
name who got up here a while back? He's like, "What do you mean the Juice Crew are a conspiracy? What are you talking about?" And then Shit Fisherman's like, "Yeah, he's a Juice Crew plant." Like,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's
but
crazy.
like
You got a lot of good points, but like, not everybody is a Juice Crew plant.
No, it doesn't have to be. And look, and I've said it before. I'll say it again. I like Fisherman, right? But if he was on here, I know that guy already. He would start telling me, "Well, what about the Mexicans?" Okay, Fisherman, you're right.
All right, come clean though. Actually, I'm a Juice Crew plant too.
Right. Yo, what if Fisherman is just mad because he's not Juice Crew? Wouldn't that be some shit?
I think his first love was a Juice Crew, a hook nosed Barbara Streisand, and she curved him, man. She played with his heart, man.
She broke his heart.
He's never been able to overcome that shit, man.
Damn.
He's a fisher on the roof.
Yeah,
it's kind of romantic if you think about it. Now he wants to destroy the Juice Crew.
Yeah, man, Fisherman, man. But I just think that gliders aren't handling this one really well because even the people in Maine aren't handling it very well. They're not striking the right tone. Every time I hear somebody, an official or somebody, a congressman or a mayor or a city council or a police chief from Maine talk, it's almost as if they're talking about like somebody like there was like a high school basketball game and a bunch of kids got rowdy and turned over a couple of cars or something. Like they're not like, do you understand what happened here? And do you understand that the guy's still on the loose? It's
Very
crazy,
dangerous.
man.
Very dangerous.
Yeah, this situation is insane for the tone they're taking about it.
Yeah.
This is a crazy situation.
Hell yeah. But you know who's heading straight to like at high rate of speed towards it is the pigs. the fucking agents of white supremacy. Fuck
Yeah.
out of here.
They're taking a break from slaughtering black people.
Yeah. This guy says, man kills about 18 people in Maine after constantly giving warning signs for years. Who, by the way, is also an arms instructor. Wild how they turn a blind eye to their own, but find themselves killing off innocent black people while trying to prevent non-existent crimes.
Right.
This was said,
Non-existent.
I need someone to pull back up that tweet that was talking about Maine being safe because it had no black people. Y'all white folks are in denial.
Right. Fuck out of it. It's incredible, the delusional.
Yo,
Yo, I just wonder, where's this guy's manifesto at, right? Because you know he has one. Like, you know, these Sun teens, you know, they're rappers.
Well, they found one. They found one in his house.
You know what I'm saying though? Every time we have like a Sunman shooter, he's a rapper. And it's like he's like cookie cutter rapper at that.
This one says, why are armed white active shooters who murder people are taken alive and innocent black people fighting are killed?
Thanks.
Well, you said it right there.
Thanks. I'm not resisting. As I resist.
Oh God. Bish, did you say you don't loot, burn, and kill? A guy just unalived 22 people in Maine. Black people in the images also black. Okay, well, okay.
No solution. No solution.
If there were a greater percentage of the glider population that, you know, had the propensity to do this, there'd be some serious fucking problems. I mean, the small amount that it is already drastically a problem.
Yo, listen, if gliders got on some shit like, yo, I would be in a bunker right now, man.
Extinction
like,
level event.
They too surgical with it, man. Gliders ain't just gonna come through and just shoot and hit somebody down the street. They gonna hit who they aiming for, man. That's just scary, man. This guy says 184 shot and wounded, 222 total shot, 38 killed. Not Maine, Chicago so far this month. But those are mostly black people, so apparently the racist media doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. That's a lot of people. Yeah. 38 killed so far this month in Chicago. That's still a slow month, though. Like, that's literally a slow month. Very slow. We're talking about 50, 60 in a normal month. Chicago's crime is down considerably, man. Shout out to them, man.
They better step it up before they lose their street cred, you know?
Aletha says, y'all need to fuck off with the race game. Like black people are the only ones who commit crimes. Whites commit just as much crime, if not more. Definitely more vile and violent.
I'll give him vile. I can't give him violent.
Mass shooting. White male kills 22 and injures 55 in Maine. Still loose. Stop with the bull.
Stay woke.
Yeah, man. Man, some people, they never let you down. But that's one thing I will give Sons.
Yeah, they're consistent.
Yeah, like they always gonna give you like your prejudices is always confirmed, man. Shit.
The lack of self-awareness is like always there.
Yeah, for like I mean, the lack of self-awareness is being polite. Like it's actually it's different, man. It's like, oh my god, you can't even explain it. It's like it's next level. It's almost as if what the hell happened? Oh shit, man, what the hell happened? My damn headphones is acting up, man.
They fucked up on you.
Nah, they keep cutting off without me doing anything. I may have to get some new um I may have to get some new headphones tomorrow, man. Let me play this. Let's see what else is going on around the country, man. Give me a city, man.
Oh, Maine. We
Yeah,
know any shit going on in Maine though, so I'm just fucking around.
yeah, Maine is I think we got Maine covered, man. The black folk have told us, man, it's a race issue going on over there,
You been at Baltimore
Right.
lately?
Right. Once they said there was no some people, I'm like, oh, boring.
man. And
Yeah, it's just
Baltimore has
glider
been,
mass murderers, no big deal.
yeah, I mean, it has been a while since we checked out on Baltimore, man.
Be more
Be more careful, man.
blood sport.
Mm.
Bullet more.
Let's see. Uh, mm.
Southeast Baltimore hit by a pre-dawn crime spree. Armed robberies and carjackings pulled off and attempted largely between 4 and 6 a.m.
I think people get, obviously the people were a little on edge.
That's according to community and elected leaders, plus residents and private surveillance footage.
And it was a spree of them. According to Southeast District Command Staff,
It's a whole gang of poo shiesties right there.
from I guess around midnight till 6 a.m. with most being in that like 5 to 6 a.m. time frame.
A large group of suspects seen using 2 vehicles quickly surrounding lone individuals.
It cannot be tolerated.
I mean, like, listen, man. I will say this, man. The slow drip of this in every single city versus the one incident in Maine. I will say this though. That glider does deserve press. I will say that.
Yeah,
He deserves.
Fuck yeah, that's an atrocity.
And then some.
Yeah, like I mean, he literally like did unspeakable, and then he still on the loose. So that story is getting the right amount of coverage. Don't get me wrong, but the slow drip of this, in every single city. So this is not just happening. This happening in every single city. I think it's the forest for the trees, man. It's the forest for the trees. When you ride down the fucking highway and the trees, it's a million trees.
Well, also in America, it's just understood that, when you go out, some people are gonna rob you and shit. Like when you walk out in the tall grass, you're gonna get ticks on your legs. I mean, nobody gets, they're not like running stories about ticks out there. They're not gonna get that. It's too much commonplace.
Exactly, man. This is just because this right here. This is unacceptable. Like
100%.
This right here, like this is if you got groups of dudes doing this in your city, man, like, oh, what the fuck?
I just wish that everybody saw it that way, but they don't. They can't, and I fucking hate it. Like if I'm over here yelling, like it's like I'm yelling, the emperor has no clothes, and I'm the only one that could see it. That's how it feels like out here,
Yeah, this is happening in DC. Like this right here is happening in DC. It's happening in Glen Burnie. It's happening.
It's not happening in Chicago. I'll tell you that much.
It's happening in fucking Columbia. It's happening in every little city
Tulsa.
between. No, but it's happening in every city around Baltimore. Like it's happening in all of this Towson. It's happening every. You know what I'm saying? It's happening in all this anywhere. Like if you were in Baltimore, right, and you were like driving around the Beltway or whatever they have. I don't know if they have a Beltway in Baltimore, but they have something that goes around the city. Every single exit, you know, exits have a name. That place has this going on.
And I mean, I get that there's no solution, right? I get that there's no solution, but can we try? Can we try something?
Well, this guy's got it covered right here. This guy right here.
Of them, according to Southeast District Command Staff, they had 9 incidents from I guess around midnight till 6 a.m. with most being in that like 5 to 6 a.m. time frame.
A large group of suspects seen using 2 vehicles quickly surrounding lone individuals.
It cannot be tolerated.
Neighborhood association leaders are urging people who live in Canton, Patterson Park, Butchers Hill, Highlandtown to check their security camera footage if they have it, to call 911 if they're the victim of a crime, to never fight back, and to be aware of their surroundings.
We need to apprehend these individuals and hold them fully accountable to the fullest extent of the law. We're not-
Zeke Cohen. Yikes.
Yo, did she say be aware of your surroundings? Sounds kind of racist.
Yeah, this is a coincidence.
Shiesty of Sun teens could appear at any moment.
We're not talking about childhood mischief here. We're talking about violent assaults, including on elderly folks, on just people out in the neighborhood. It's creating an aura of fear in our communities.
Neighborhood association leaders say they are in close contact with Southeast District investigators and urge anybody with information or footage to get in touch, saying even small details can help this case. They also urge lawmakers in Annapolis.
I think the suspects had big lips.
Justice.
Yo, but let's be honest, guys. Public safety is overrated anyway.
Yeah, man. I mean, the fact that they did that 9 times between what they say between 12 and 6 a.m. And they're still not caught in a city that's over policed. This isn't like Maine where the police are like, all right, now we're here, but we were lulled to sleep. Like Baltimore, literally, the police are literally, the streets are teeming with police. It just goes to show you how hard it is to police brazen crime. Because if you're just going to be brazen and do that shit, and it's a lot of different crews doing it, like we don't know. For instance, the Baltimore police could have picked up a couple of crews last night doing that. And this is just the one that didn't get caught that night. Because it's so much crime.
Right. And I'll do you one better. I'll do you another one. Those young gentlemen, right? If and when they get caught, they're gonna be sentenced to like go to some program, right? And how to I don't know, not carjack or some shit. That class, imagine these young gentlemen sitting in that room, how hilarious. Though you know that, come on, man, you know what I'm talking about. They'll be in there uninterested, and though you're gonna get a contact high just being around them in that room. And then when they're done, they're gonna go out and probably on the way home they're gonna take a car to get home.
Most likely.
All details can help this case. They also urge lawmakers in Annapolis to take up changes to the state's juvenile justice reform measure to ensure that it includes consequences and follow through. In Patterson Park, I'm Kate Amar.
They have to make sure that the juvenile justice includes consequences. That's something you wouldn't hear in a glider area. You wouldn't have to tell. It wouldn't be like, all right, we got to make sure that the punishment includes consequences and follow through. That's privilege. That's a privilege that Black people, a silent privilege that they never like to talk about. The fact that, like, yo, you get treated like little kids, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It's exhausting.
But I mean, to be fair, in all honesty, making these young son kids do like a 2-page paper or a 5 essay, whatever, 5 paragraph essay is cool and unusual. They can't read or write, bro.
Yeah. Shit.
They could write raps though.
Ace Academy is where the story begins for one Baltimore City student anxious to land a job in the real world. Kanye Anderson is a recent high school graduate, a former summer intern, and now a Baltimore City school employee.
I was tagging in furniture, equipment, and supplies. It's for schools.
But Anderson knew he wanted more.
Then we moved him over to the maintenance department, and you could see that this is what he had a knack for. He liked to work with his hands. He wanted to do something different.
We call up with Kanye Anderson at the Mount Washington School, wrapping up a maintenance job. He's taking a path the state would like for more students to follow. A blueprint for Maryland's future committee wants to increase the number of apprenticeship programs to 60,000 in 7 years, and to ensure that at least 45% of high school students complete apprenticeship programs by 20.
I mean, like, look at that. 60,000 apprenticeships. Like, yo, like, God, what a blessing, right?
Hell yeah.
Like, if you're a fucking kid in Baltimore, man, there's 60,000 available slots, man.
Or you could pursue your dreams as a squeegee boy.
Right? The fact that they have squeegee boys lets you know that those guys enjoy being on the street. They enjoy the freedom, enjoy, you know, being able to just be losers and not have to fulfill their potential, because this is available.
I mean, you're your own boss, Doc. If you're a squeegee boy, you're your own boss.
Yeah.
You make your own schedule. You can't beat that.
Right. And you just take what you want.
You just walk in and they just say, "Here you go. Here's a job."
Yeah, this is amazing. Like, this is not nothing to shake a stick at. That's a lot of goddamn slots, man. Like, if it was 60 slots, we have 60 slots for graduating Baltimore seniors. That shit would be fucking like, yo, you better get one of them 60 slots, man. They got 60,000.
20, 30, 31. Is that the goal for Baltimore City?
That's definitely the goal for Baltimore City. We want clear pathways for our students, the students in which we serve. We want them to be able.
Well, yeah, clear pathways. This is like a fucking slam dunk. This is like literally like
a free throw.
Yeah. No, this is like a fucking layup from the free throw line. What the fuck?
No basketball, no rap.
This is crazy. Talk about opportunity zones. Like, literally, like, you go to rural America, Blakistan, West Virginia, Appalachia, Kentucky, Pennsylvania. Even where I'm at, Pennsylvania, they don't have shit like this for them gliders.
Right. And I bet you that the more fucked up you.
Let me tell you what they got. They got a fucking army recruiter on every fucking corner for those gliders. I'm telling you, that's what they got for them.
I'm sure. Yo, I bet you in Baltimore, Chief, these programs, the more fucked up your record is, your background, the more opportunities you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, definitely, for the doubt.
Programs to 60,000 in 7 years, and to ensure that at least 45% of high school students complete apprenticeship programs by 2030-31. Is that the goal for Baltimore City?
That's definitely the goal for Baltimore City. We want clear pathways for our students, the students in which we serve. We want them to be able to enter the workforce as our own.
Look at the diaphragm, see if any leaks, cracks, or anything that need to be replaced.
Anderson appears to be on the right track.
I was speechless at first because it took me a while to process.
Kanye Anderson told me the goal is to learn all he can on this current job with the long-term goal of eventually moving up. In North Baltimore, Tim Tootin, WBAL TV 11 News.
Timothy. Salute to that son man, though.
Yeah, he seems different. He doesn't seem like the average.
No, he doesn't seem like he's out in the street and shit.
Yeah, he seems like a prime candidate for that stuff. Shit.
Maryland has the worst record in the country when it comes to imprisoned African Americans.
No.
We ain't never.
No shit. No shit.
I mean, it's because of their hair texture and their skin color.
Yeah, and that inability to have access to apprenticeships and shit like that. So maybe they need 120,000 apprenticeships, man.
Maybe we should make the laws according to your DNA. You know, like we should make laws different for, you know, based on your DNA, you know, your ethnicity, just to make things more fair, you know?
Maryland has the worst record in the country when it comes to imprisoned African Americans.
I say to you today that the over-incarceration, the mass incarceration of Black men and women in Maryland is a crisis.
They are usually...
Yeah, but not for the reason you think.
I wonder what they suggest a solution is. I'm sure it's terrifying.
Fucking Barack Obama here, man.
Obama.
Literally, like, I can't believe he said that with a straight face, man. Like, shit, man. I mean, my God, how do you say that in Baltimore with a straight face and then, like, literally get a round of applause and shit and then pause for the applause? Like, you supposed to be like, oh, no, sit down, it's okay.
Right, it lasted 2 minutes. It lasted 2 minutes, though, standing ovation.
He just stands back and takes the applause. Like, are you serious, man?
I say to you today that the over-incarceration, the mass incarceration of Black men and women in Maryland is a crisis.
They are usually on opposite sides of the courtroom, but Wednesday, Attorney General
like 23
Anthony Brown
Brazy.
and Maryland's public defender Natasha Darteague teamed up to announce the creation of the Maryland Equitable Justice Collaborative. The new initiative aims to reduce the mass incarceration of African Americans and other marginalized groups.
I told you it was going to be terrifying.
Look at those hands, man. Them hands right there. You can tell they guilty. Just their hands look guilty, man. Listen, man. There's this. You talk about solutions, right? While everyone's talking about public safety and trying to like make it safer for everybody, these motherfuckers are talking about emptying the prisons. These cities are weird, man. Sun-run cities are weird because they literally play both sides at all times. So they're playing the we're about to get tough on crime. We mean it. There's going to be consequences from now on for carjacking people. And then out the other side, it's like, yo, it's too many Black men.
Oh, shit. I didn't realize we'd arrest Black people mostly.
It's crazy, man. Like, yo, this shit is...
Yo, check with the other cities. Wait, it's like that everywhere else, too? What?
I mean,
exactly, man.
But isn't it counterintuitive? Like, how do you think that emptying out the jails is gonna be? Like, how do you think that's gonna? It's kind of like the traffic stop thing, right, in Philadelphia, right? Remember we were talking about that recently?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
What do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean, they're not thinking about that.
Groups. Sentences for Black individuals are substantially higher
than those imposed on white individuals for the very
Because the black dude has 85 arrests, and the white dude may have, like come in and maybe it's been his first fucking charge. And y'all know that when y'all look at the data. That's the thing about this. They know that when they're looking at the data. They see the data and they still get up here and lie.
sentences for black individuals are substantially higher than those imposed on white individuals for the very same offenses. Nearly 80% of the people serving sentences for more than 10 years are black.
Maryland incarcerates the highest percentage of African Americans in the country. The AG's office says African Americans make up about 30% of the population, but are 72% of the prison population.
With the people that we have around
3072.
And it should be more. That's the crazy part about
Right.
it. Like,
I mean,
literally,
I'm surprised there's
that
not more.
whole crew of guys that's out last night robbing people in the middle of the street. Like, it was like 9 of them just running up on cars, robbing people in the middle of the street. All 9 of those guys need to be in prison.
That's the fucked up thing is the crisis is there aren't nearly enough black people in jail.
I mean, I know it sounds terrible, but I mean, think about it.
Yeah, whatever. But that's the crisis.
It does sound terrible, but it's true though.
It's
I'm
so
surprised it's
true.
not higher. I'm surprised it's not high. I would think it'd be like 80, 85 maybe.
It's also tiresome.
Yo, it's so true. Like, think about their clearance rate on their homicides. Let's just say their clearance rate is 30%. Let's give them 30%. Let's be nice. Let's say they have 350 homicides a year. So that means that about 90, let's just say 100 are solved out of 350. That's 250 not solved year after 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 year. None of those guys are in prison for homicide.
Population.
with the people we have around the table, we will impact lives. We will change trajectories for families and generations to come, and we will end the seemingly nonstop, unrelenting mass incarceration of Black men and women in Maryland.
The collaboration hopes to develop a comprehensive plan for reform and recommendations by January 2025. Lisa Robinson, WBAL TV.
According to this data I'm looking at in the UK, some people make up 3% of the population, but 30% of the prison population.
And it probably should be 50.
Yeah.
Hey, those people we just saw on the screen, right? All those politicians. I guarantee you, if they get what they're asking for, down the line, soon enough, they're gonna be on there talking about they don't care about Black folks. We're not safe. They're not doing enough to keep us safe. Like, you eat it, motherfucker. Chwane, congrats.
Yeah, some people want to eat their cake and have it too, in so many ways.
It's just insane, man. It's so insane that they're pushing this mass incarceration thing. It's insane.
I mean, everyone knows they're gonna get what they want. It's gonna happen. They're gonna let all the guys out.
Jalen, Jameson, Amari, and Amari, good to see all four of you. Treat me as though I'm a city kid and I'm coming to Boys and Girls Club the first time. Sell me on this building. Why is it magical to you?
I would say it's magical to me because it's a very important place where you feel welcome and you feel belonged and you feel like you're home. You have a family of aunts.
You feel welcome and belonged. Ooh.
Schools. It just feels like a place to be home. It's just where you feel as though you are special to everyone, and everyone knows you're special in a unique way.
Exactly. It's like a bunch of siblings.
Yep.
Like I was saying earlier, I met Jalen at the club on my first day in the gym 8 years ago, and we are still here.
And you thought she was someone else.
Yeah, I thought she was my grandmother's friend's granddaughter, and I was like, okay. But yeah, we're still here, and everybody else at the club, they're all like siblings.
You all smile. You all have similar stories about how great it is to be here. But without this club, what would life be like without Boys and Girls Clubs? I'm curious. It's been a long time since I was a teenager. So nowadays, what would life be like for a teen without this club?
I feel like life without the club would be very stressful, at least for me. Coming to the club was such an eye-opener for me, being able to meet new people and connect with the staff one-on-one. It's just, like they said, immediate family when you walk through the door. So being able to not have the club would be definitely take a toll on me for sure.
How'd you end up inside?
Man, it was in the summer. I was just chilling, just me and some of my friends. You know, we was all just outside, and then it was like a big group of us, and it was like, "Yo, you should come to the rec." I'm like, "You know, what's that?" They like, "You know, it's the place near the pool. You know, just come up there, you sign a little paper, and then you good to go." So I went. You know, I shot the idea to my mom. She was like, "You know, yeah, that's cool. Go up there." So I came in, and it was just like I was welcome. Like it was a place I could just be myself. So ever since then, you know, this is like the place where I feel like it was like I was welcomed with open arms. So it was like a good place to be. You know, the opportunities I had, the opportunities, you know, I'm still being given. It's just like, you know, it was a great place. Like it was a good way for me to see myself outside of just, you know, being in here or being out there. It's two different. I feel like I'm two different people, but you know, it's still true to myself.
Tell me about being out there. I feel like there's a shield around Boys and Girls Club as they're finding things for you to do. But I would imagine for a teenager right now, whether it's social media, whether it's violence that we've seen all around the country right now, I'm curious, the average life for a teenager right now, describe it for me. Any way you want to describe it.
I mean, I would say it's mostly just based off people wanting to give off a certain perspective on themselves, and basically just like finding a way to get famous, or you know, bring this look to them that isn't really them. So like, you know, outside of the club, I've seen, you know, many different things, family members passing, you know, due to gun violence in the city. So it's like, you know, growing up as a teenager, like it's a lot, you know, it's a lot. It's stressful, and like you have like so many different things going on. You're trying to find yourself, but like certain people just coming outside of their box and not really staying true to themselves and trying to paint an image is causing a lot of, you know, bad circumstances in the city as far as, you know, death, the crime rate going up, a lot of youth being in jail, anything. It's just like, you know, why paint this image on yourself if that's not really you?
And you bring it up as the city, but I mean, you two are coming from Carroll County, and I see you both nodding around like, you know, a bobblehead here, because I feel like life doesn't change just because whether it's urban or suburban.
No, it's very much like in the club, it's like a shield. It's like a whole like.
It's your protector.
Yeah, it's like a safe space.
It's a safe place. It's a protector.
Then you walk outside at night, and it's just like, oh,
like what's going
where
on?
at?
Like what's going on?
Even at the schools, like you've got people doing stuff they shouldn't be doing. Like I'm there to learn, and I'm there to prepare for my future, but there's still stuff going on. But when you come to, there's none of that happening.
It's none of it, because it's more of a safe place where you feel as though, like I think Yvette said, you feel as though you're welcome.
Yeah.
You can talk to anyone. You can talk to Miss Erin. You can talk to Miss Molly, the emotional one. You can talk to anyone. Anyone's there to hear you listen, and they're here to help your future, and that's important. You don't get a lot of that from the kids that are, you know, in middle school and high school. They're more of like, oh, what's Boys and Girls Club? What's that? I'm not going. But when you go, you feel as though that you are safe, and you feel as though that you can come to anyone with anything.
Good for those kids, man. They have that, man. That's amazing, man. I'm happy that those kids have that, man. They don't have, you know, because I mean,
program, that looks like a good one.
Yeah, that's a hell of a good program. The Boys and Girls Club, And then it's not like a
It's not
Boys and
being
Girls
taught by
Club.
like, you know, a 50-year-old convict.
Exactly. Yeah. It's very, very nice. Please take the $5 challenge via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat and support the channel, man. Bringing you the news tonight, man. We're gonna check in on our friend from Maine, man. See what if there's any new information, new stuff going on our buddy from Maine, man. Our Maine. Let's see. Anything going on with our Maine, man? Let's see.
Tonight, a huge commotion outside the home of the shooting suspect in Maine. Cops from all around, along with the FBI, descending on the house and ordering him to come out with his hands up. But he's not there.
So at this hour, the desperate manhunt continues to find 40-year-old Richard Card, the man authorities say unleashed a gun massacre. We're also following several other big developments tonight in this horrific case.
One of them, word of a suicide note. Tonight, details on what it is and isn't in that note.
And even though we don't yet know a motive for the attacks that killed 18 people in Maine, authorities tonight say this is not a case of domestic terrorism.
We're also learning tonight more about Card's online habits, and it appears he was very interested in conspiracy theories.
Tonight, a bulletin at the Canadian border that shows just how widespread the
QAnon.
I can't live with myself. The juice
Agents
crew
up
made me
there
do
are
it.
told to be on alert for the suspected killer, who is likely still armed and very dangerous.
We begin our coverage tonight with Eyewitness News reporter Sonia Rincon live outside the suspect's home in Bowdoin, Maine. Sonia?
Sade, that's right. Tonight, the focus of this investigation has been on properties linked to Lewiston mass shooting suspect Robert Card here in Bowdoin, Maine. And while police did not find him here, they did find that suicide note. State police and federal agents could be heard telling Robert Card to come out with his hands up at his Bowdoin, Maine home, but there was no sign of him. State police tonight say these were standard search warrant announcements when executing warrants to ensure the safety of all involved, and it's not clear if he was here. Sources tell us a suicide note located inside the home did not reveal any motive for the shootings that killed 18 people in Lewiston last night. The suspect seen here on security camera images before entering the bowling alley. Police say he later opened fire at a bar.
When I turned around, we all turned around and realized what was happening. We dropped to the ground. And that's when I think I was shot in the arm.
This woman recovering in the hospital says she was lucky.
If the bullet had been in either direction, I definitely would not have survived.
This man's son did not survive.
When you get anything that happens like this, you go empty.
Lewiston is mourning the loss of 18 members of the community while still sheltering in place. Businesses are deserted as the manhunt for Card continues, with warnings that he's armed and dangerous, and word tonight that erratic behavior while at West Point in New York over the summer led to a mental health evaluation for Card and a stay in a facility.
It's hard to know that he's out there somewhere and they don't even really have an idea of where he is.
Tonight, at least one of Maine's representatives in Washington said he would no longer oppose efforts.
Yo, why is she doing that, man? Why that lady doing sign language like that?
They're always doing a lot.
Look at her, man.
Yeah, of where he is.
Tonight, at least one of Maine's representatives.
What the fuck was that, man?
Have an idea of where he is.
Tonight, at least one of Maine's representatives in Washington said he would no longer oppose.
Yo, come on, man. We try to be serious here, man. You got people laughing at a press conference about goddamn 18 people getting massacred, man. I'm trying to keep it serious.
Feel conflicted.
Yeah, man. Fuck wrong with her, man. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
It's probably part of it. It's probably legit.
It's probably, it's
I mean,
crisis
what is
acting.
sign language for, mass murderer, slaughtered 18 people? Like, there's probably some, nasty faces involved with that.
idea of where he is.
Tonight, at least one of Maine's representatives in Washington said he would no longer oppose efforts to ban assault rifles.
The time has now come for me to take responsibility for this failure.
Oh, this is different.
Which is why I now call on the United States Congress to ban assault rifles like the one used by the sick perpetrator of this mass killing.
A weapon he was trained to use. This woman says her uncle survived physically, but what he saw will leave him and many others with emotional scars.
He actually was there when he was saying that someone who actually got shot. It's going to be tough, but I mean,
Wait, hold up. A Sun person got shot?
Uh-oh.
That changes everything.
No, he didn't get shot. He was standing there and somebody next to him got shot.
Well, still.
Can we still call it a hate crime though?
Yeah, maybe we can get hate crime charges. Maybe they'll fucking start looking for this guy for real.
Is there attempted hate crime?
Will leave him and many others with emotional scars.
He actually was there when he was standing next to someone who actually got shot. It's going to be tough, but I mean, we're a great community. Everybody's going to come together and we'll figure out what we can do as a city.
And residents of the Lewiston area will certainly sleep better at night once they learn that Card has been apprehended or no longer poses a danger to them. As for what was in that suicide note, sources tell us it was addressed to his son and contained rantings, no motive, just some personal information like bank account details. It's just one clue as this expanding manhunt goes on.
We're lucky the Sun Man doesn't aim like the gliders.
So do you think if there was a big party like, you know, one in Baltimore, the one in Arkansas a while back, and a Sun Man, you know, blasted into the crowd and ended up killing 18 people and injuring like 50, you know? I mean, it'd have to be a lot of shooting, but would they pursue them with the same vigor that is being shown here? Do you think?
I think
I think
and I'm not talking like at the mall. I'm talking about it's like a you know, trap stars you know, car meet or some shit where it's like it's a Sun meeting, you know, it ain't no like out in the boonies and shit, but they're going after it the same way.
Here's the thing. They immediately got cooperation in Maine. Everyone cooperated. I think even with 18 people, you still have sparse cooperation.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of thinking.
I think they would with vigor, but not this much vigor.
Because you need cooperation. You need to know who you're looking for. And if some people aren't going to cooperate,
and they're not,
who the fuck are you looking for? Give me another city, man.
Albuquerque, Portland, Albuquerque or Portland. Gliders are on Ritos. I'm curious to see what's going on over there. I want to see if we're consistent too, you know? Although I suspect that Albuquerque is the same shit.
We know that we know what's going on in the Kirk, man.
In the Kirky?
Yeah, man. The Kirk is turned up, man. Wow.
It kind of looked like the person drove through here purposely and just drove up onto the sidewalk and ran over some people, you know.
And now Albuquerque police believe that's exactly what happened.
Yep, somebody driving a truck, which people are now looking for, plowed into a group of our homeless, hitting two of them before taking off. Monica Laconio got an update on the investigation from police today. And Monica, one of those two people hit was seriously injured.
Tessa, police today tell us that person remains in critical condition with life-threatening injuries. The other person hurt is expected to be okay. They were taken to the hospital and treated for a broken arm. Police released this picture of a truck that they believe is responsible and hope you can help them track it down.
That looks like a burrito
Crime
truck.
Stoppers put out the description. We put out the description of the vehicle. We're still working to try to identify the driver of that vehicle.
Police say the white Dodge Ram was traveling north when it drove into the east curb at 1st Street and Arvada in northwest Albuquerque, near a group of homeless people. The suspect drove the car onto the sidewalk, hitting the first pedestrian before swerving and hitting the second. The driver then took off into traffic, blowing through a stop sign. Police say this appears to be a targeted act against homeless people.
While we don't know the motivation of the driver, it does appear that someone intentionally drove onto a sidewalk and struck some people who are unhoused. And we have seen an uptick in that type of violence in terms of homicides, shootings, and a lot of violence that appear, and we track it with homicide that targets homeless individuals. So whether they did that in this case, we don't know, but it sure looks like it.
As we mentioned, police are searching for a truck. It's a white 1991 to 2001 model Dodge Ram 1500 with a black headache rack. Police say the passenger front headlight is also broken. Call 242 cops with any information. Police say the action.
The homeless. Yeah, I was going to say the homeless angle makes me think it's not an burrito.
Yeah, that's not the sun.
It's a glider, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Hot?
I don't know. It could be on burrito or glider, yeah.
The homeless element angle makes it not. I don't think it's an burrito. Now, if it was not that, then it was probably a drunk burrito.
I thought he was sipping on the Modelo, so, but maybe it was targeted. Who knows?
Look at that glider right there.
What the fuck is what?
What did that glider go back up?
Goddamn carrot top mutant right there.
What did that glider do? Explain this, Hot.
Inbreeding.
Oh.
Well, good evening, New Mexico. That right there is partly why one couple says they have probably visited Albuquerque for the last time. A man allegedly attacked, then chased that family from the downtown rail runner station to the rail yards. Spencer Schott spoke to the family today after looking through that newly released video. And Spencer, the family wants this to now be investigated as a federal hate crime.
That's right, Tessa. Michael Drennan and his husband say not only were they attacked, but they were repeatedly called a homophobic slur as they were trying to run away from this man and hit him over the head with a metal pole. And they say now we're seeing the
hit him with the
video
pole,
of that
pause,
aftermath, after the attack.
The idea was to have a nice Father's Day outing with one of my daughters and my husband. Because there's two fathers in our family, it's kind of a big day for us.
While visiting their
Yikes.
A big day for us.
While visiting their family in Santa Fe, Michael Drennan and his husband Matthew Kistner and their daughter decided to take the rail runner to Albuquerque for the day and check out the rail yards market. But they didn't make it far off the train before they had to call 911.
This homeless guy attacked us. He hit us. He hit us with
Why do they always talk with a lisp? That like fake lisp. It's weird, man.
Santa Fe, Michael Drennan and his husband Matthew Kistner and their daughter decided to take the rail runner to Albuquerque for the day and check out the rail yards market. But they didn't make it far off the train before they had to call 911.
this homeless guy attacked us. He hit us. He hit us with a pole. He's following us. He's aggressive. He's cursing. He's screaming. My daughter's scared.
Police say 26-year-old Jordan Salazar followed the couple from the train station. He then allegedly hit one of the men in the back of the head with a metal broomstick and verbally attacked them.
That's a glider, man.
Yeah, that's
a glider.
He looked like he belongs, raking up muck in some English countryside in 1400 or something.
Yeah. I don't care what his last name is. That's a glider, man.
My husband, who's on the phone talking to police or the 911 dispatcher, is kind of relaying to them the things that he's saying. And at that point, my husband's saying, he's calling it, he wants trying to figure out why two men are with this my daughter.
Shortly after police arrived, they cuffed and questioned Salazar, and it was clear this wasn't his first run-in with officers.
What's going on, More Jordan.
While Drennan and Kistner were explaining what happened to police,
He hit me in the back of the head with a pole. Also, he did hit you.
they asked officers if this would be investigated as a hate crime.
If
the definition of a hate crime was motivated by anti-gay bias, then yes. Why? Because he yelled.
Now, I asked the Bernalillo County District Attorney for an update on this case because it happened back in June on Father's Day. I also wanted to know if prosecutors were pursuing those hate crime charges, but a spokesperson told me right now the whole case is at a standstill.
Oh shit, he's fruity too.
Yeah,
These
you
guys
think?
are fruit too. Wow.
Because Salazar's defense attorney is bringing up competency questions. So they have to.
Oh, so they
He's
don't
part
know.
of the Zesty Alliance for sure.
Yeah.
The gladder and gladder crime is up the Richter right now.
Yeah, man. That guy, man, he just attacked him, man. Just saw him and instantly jumped on him.
But I'm just glad to see that in Albuquerque, everyone's, enjoying themselves, partaking, in the
Everybody's
festivities.
being themselves. Let's see what else is going on here, man.
Starved, physically and sexually abused, shoved in tight spaces with dozens of other people. Those are the inhumane conditions the feds say they're finding migrants in across Albuquerque. In the last year, local and federal police uncovered what they're calling a surprising number of stash houses in the city. Homes and apartments where human smugglers hide people they help enter the United States illegally on their way to a new life in the country. In a KRQ investigation, Ampered shows you the federal investigations and asks why Albuquerque is now a main hub.
Hey, open the door. Open the window.
Albuquerque police with guns in hand outside this single wide trailer yelling at a suspected smuggler who, after he spotted them, police say closed the curtains. Parts of the video are blacked out because of who's working the case and what they find once inside. The APD report shows detectives were led here on a tip. A Mexican woman is being held against her will.
Yeah, there's more in the back room. I could see their heads up in that window.
Inside the trailer, police locate 60 people believed to have been smuggled into the country illegally, including children and their victim.
That's the girl we've been looking for.
The suspected smuggler is arrested outside the home here. His criminal complaint shows the young woman told investigators he threatened to kill her if family didn't send more money. But even after they did, she says he didn't let her go. She also shares the other women and girls were sexually assaulted, beaten, and starved. The abuse escalated if they didn't cook and clean for members of the smuggling organization.
Yikes. Give me another city, man.
60 on burritos in that fucking shipping container.
Yikes. I mean, could you imagine?
Or trailer, whatever it was.
Jeez. A lot of fucking underarms and shit. Salute to not Jimmy Stewart, man. He says, Hawk Nation since 2018, and you've got my head on a swivel, and everyone I know thinks I'm a racist, conservative, conspiracy theorist. Love you. I don't do conspiracies, but hey, be racist, man. Racism, being racist will save your ass.
Yeah, racism keeps you alive.
Yeah, and everything's racist too. That's the thing too. Everything's racist. Like
discriminate liberally.
The flag is racist.
You can't escape the racism thing. So you might as well lean into it. If you're
Embrace it. Just embrace it.
Embrace the hate, man. Give me another city, man. Yeah, them sons ain't gonna give you a break. Sons gonna be on your ass about racism. Cleveland. Been a while since we did Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Leave
Bone
land.
Thugs. Nah, I'm in there.
Oh man.
My God.
You know, Cleveland's gonna be hot.
It's already hot right there.
Well, it feels like a few days
Damn.
by without hearing about the
God
countless
damn.
number of tragic deaths caused by gun violence here in Cleveland. But tonight, a story of inspiration. As a child who was shot in the head, survived and returned home after months of being in the hospital. Michelle Nick's live tonight with a story that you'll see on just one station. Michelle.
Good evening, Chris. This is truly a miraculous story because only about 2% of people shot in the head survive. That's according to medical experts. So 7-year-old Noriah Gilmer of Cleveland is a living miracle. Now, she still has a long road to recovery, but her family is just thankful that she's home with a second chance at life. Miracles do happen, and 7-year-old Noriah Gilner of Cleveland is living proof. The shooting victim was released from a rehabilitation center on Tuesday and is as spunky as ever.
I've been in the hospital too long.
Her mother, Justice Smith, says when Noriah was accidentally shot in the head back in May by a younger sibling, doctors at Rainbow Babies and Children's did everything they could, but told her mother she would not survive.
At first, they were saying that the bullet had hit a vessel that they could not repair. And basically, she wasn't going to make it.
But even with a traumatic brain injury that impacted her motor skills and memory, her mother never gave up, and Noriah kept fighting for her life.
Super strong. I've been doing push-ups.
It's unbelievable, unspeakable. I wake up every day and wonder, am I dreaming? Is she really here?
And
this is all her brood.
Right, like, golly, and one of them shot her in the head. She was shot in the head by a younger sibling.
What the fuck? Multiple donors, I assume.
Oh yeah, definitely not the same donor. It's just bizarre, man. That like she's probably pregnant now. Like
facts.
Their lives are impossible without gliders. Like
exactly.
It's exactly the same way in Africa. Like the population is artificially inflated by the massive amounts of food and support that's provided primarily by
Right. You would just put her in Africa and she'd just be the same.
She's
It's
gonna,
just
like,
living in America.
Right. She's gonna produce as many progeny as the system will support, right? Like fuck it.
I don't think she would be the same in Africa. I think, think about it. In that house, if she breathes on a light switch, the lights just pop on. If she looks at a faucet knob too long, water just starts gushing out. Clean, fresh water.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just refrigerators,
macro sense.
but
in theory, I think she'd be the same, in theory, like same person, I guess, without the luxuries.
Yeah,
with all them kids.
With
all the kids that like the elements would allow.
This kid dies in Africa. Yeah, this kid
she'll have as many as like the elements allow.
Yeah, just like God, and there's no talk of the racial angle, like right. She's having, think about it. If this glider, like just for instance, like you and fishermen. Like, y'all don't have any fucking kids. And y'all the type of white dudes that need to be having kids. Like, you need 20 kids. But this bitch has a fucking goddamn basketball team. And it's like, what the fuck, man?
She's working on her own league, her own basketball league.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And this is every time I hear about black women, they be having maternity mortality. It's like, yeah, because you got fucking 8 kids, pop fucking 7 kids out of that thing.
And that's a good point right there, Ak, as far as the mortality rates. Like I can't tell.
And you're 280 pounds.
Like, she's just breeding bank robbers and shit.
And then she's probably had, I'm sure she's had abortions. I mean, let's keep it.
She probably had 12 abortions.
but told her mother she would not survive.
At first, they were saying that the bullet had hit a vessel that they could not repair. And basically, she wasn't going to make it.
But even with a traumatic brain injury that impacted her motor skills and memory, her mother never gave up, and Naraya kept fighting for her life.
Super strong. I've been doing push-ups.
It's unbelievable, unspeakable. I wake up every day and wonder, am I dreaming? Is she really here?
And there's no doubt about it. Naraya is here. She beat the odds. She's a survivor and thriving.
She wasn't talking. She wasn't eating. She eats on her own now. She tried, like she in therapy, had to take steps.
The family has gladly altered their living space to accommodate Naraya's needs. Transportation, according to
Why
her
did they
mother, is
show
the
that?
biggest issue at the moment.
Why did they show that? What's going on with this inflatable tub thing?
Guess that's where they're going.
Is that where Naraya's sleeping? They accommodated her?
That's probably where she takes her baths. They have to bathe. Like, she's diapered. She can't.
I got you.
Potty. She can't use the potty.
To accommodate Naraya's needs. Transportation, according to her mother, is the biggest issue at the moment for a family with 7 young children. But Naraya is focused on returning to school one day and hopeful she will walk again.
She really want to walk. And when Naraya want to do something, she does it. So I believe that she'll walk.
A young family and a 7-year-old girl who never gave
A
up.
young fan. Where's the man?
So they got 7 kids. She's had a kid every single, like, just nonstop. She's got 7 kids and they're all like relatively the same age.
And there's no man in sight. Like, there's not even like a pair of like work boots in the background, or like a pair of like overalls hanging over the banister or some shit, or a PlayStation like controller lying around. It's nothing.
Right. Yo, if this lady has a short fuse, I ain't even mad at her. I get it. And you know she does have a short fuse. Sit your motherfucking ass down, you stupid motherfucker.
Stop shooting your sister, stupid motherfucker.
Oh, God.
Young family and 7-year-old girl who never gave up hope, even in the face of gun violence.
She give me strength.
A miracle in Cleveland with a second chance at life, and a young girl named Naraya, more spirited than ever.
I'm confused though. They keep calling it gun violence, but they said that the sibling shot her. So, or was it like Lil Cuh who shot her? Or was it one of these children here?
It's a younger sibling, so it's probably somebody in that picture.
I don't need. There we go. Woo, woo.
Now, Naraya's mother tells me she pretty much remembers everything except for the tragic day that she was shot. And that's likely a blessing in the survivor story that has yet to be fully written. Reporting live in Cleveland, Michelle Nix, 19 News.
See, maybe I'm the problem, man, because I thought immediately that it was a straight bullet from the
starts now.
Welcome to. You know what I mean? Like, I assumed just looking at the headline that it was a. So I apologize to all someone out there.
No, you're good. You're good, Wicked. That's how it usually be. So I thought the same thing.
Jeez.
Thanks a lot. New at 10, a shooting right across from a local high school leaves 1 person dead. This took place in broad daylight at a busy gas station. Caitlin McCarthy live with new details tonight. And Caitlin, this location has been a trouble spot for crime in the past years.
Chris, that's right. And the loved ones of this teen are incredibly heartbroken. This teen was shot at a gas station in the city's Glenville neighborhood. And tonight, Cleveland police are working to find who took this young man's life. Grief and devastation after 19-year-old Kareem Dotson was killed at this gas station. Just before 2 p.m., police were called to this gas station at East 110th in St. Clair. Serena McKelton and other witnesses say Dotson was shot outside this black pickup truck.
A lot of shooting, pow, 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 pow. And then I kind of like turned around and all this right here. I knew someone got shot.
McKelton was on her way home when she heard the gunshots. She tells me she's lost several people she knows to gun violence. And while it wasn't someone she knew, she's heartbroken for this young man's family.
I was hoping it wasn't no one I know, because there's been a lot of tragedy.
Neighbors are concerned of the violence in this area. Back in December, a 50-year-old man was shot and killed at this same gas station. Months earlier, in August 2022, a teen was killed blocks away from here, outside Glenville High School.
All the time, sweetheart, I stay in the house.
All the time.
As another...
Yeah, I would be scared around there too.
Now, this right here is different than the Maine situation because the guy in Maine, he did it. It was brutal. It was no excuse for it. It's unacceptable. But, that guy did it, and you can kind of like put a bow on it. Here in Cleveland and in other Blakistanian cities, there's a population of maybe 10,000 people where this can come from any one of them at any time.
Which is more dangerous, I think the evidence
senseless.
shows.
Yeah, it's senseless and it's random and it's brazen too. It's the same thing, but it's more potential.
The dripping water analogy. The dripping water. The death by a million cuts.
Yeah, the genesis of it is more. It can come from a lot of different places, man. It's not centralized. And yeah, she's scared to come out of the house.
I stay in the house. I'm scared to come outside.
As another family grieves the loss of a young life to gun violence, McKelton is praying for her neighborhood.
I just wish God can make it stop.
And when I spoke with Cleveland police earlier tonight, they tell me no one has been arrested. So if you have any information, give police a call. You will stay anonymous.
No information. Yeesh.
Death by a million cuts.
Yeesh.
Cleveland, a 4-year-old boy traumatized, shot, and hurt, but thankfully he survived. Now at 3, 19 News reporter Winnie George has reaction from the neighborhood.
East 109th Street near Elk, a peaceful Thursday morning in the Glenville neighborhood. But this was the scene last night. Officers were at this home after a 4-year-old boy was shot in the leg. He was taken to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital.
That's very concerning for me.
It was just after midnight. The boy and several other children were inside the home. Police are investigating the shooting. You can see 20 bullet holes and counting left behind. Scary for Lakina Higgins. She has an in-home daycare directly across the street.
Scares the crap out of me and my
What does her shirt say?
Because my
Black something.
Black
Black Girl Magic.
Bodley. Black.
It looks like
I think it said boldly.
Or boldly, yeah.
Boldly back. Oh no.
Black.
Yeah.
ODLY.
Oddly black.
Some shit.
Tell me that's not a G behind her arm.
Godly. Yep, that's probably what it is. Yep, that's probably what it is.
Behind. Scary for Lakina Higgins. She has an in-home daycare directly across the street.
Scares the crap out of me and my parents, and it's worried because my kids can't even be in the front. Thank God I do have a backyard.
Senseless gun violence, destroying and traumatizing families.
I just want it to stop. I'm tired of it. Okay, it's getting ridiculous now. It's too close to home.
So ridiculous that hours before the little boy was sent to the hospital, 19-year-old Kareem Dotson was shot and killed at the Shell gas station at East 110th and St. Clair. Neighbor Cassandra Richardson has lived in her home for 35 years on East 109th Street. She's seen it all, shooting after shooting after shooting.
These kids need to put these guns up and stop shooting one another and talk it out. But that'll never
Damn,
happen.
they ain't playing in
In
Cleveland.
Cleveland's Glenville
I know.
neighborhood, I'm Winnie Dorch, 19 News.
But she said, but now it's getting ridiculous.
These
Even
black
though she
guys
sees
are out
shooting
here
after shooting after shooting.
shooting after shooting.
Yeah, Cleveland is lit. Jesus. Salute Cleveland. That's the Midwest, right? That's the Midwest Conference, right? I ain't holding it down.
Breaking at this hour, we have new video showing the moments someone shot a motorcyclist in broad daylight. So this was one of 3 eerily similar shootings that happened within an hour of each other, putting an entire county on high alert. Now at 3, Winnie Dorch beginning our live team coverage with new information. So Winnie, what have you learned then about this suspect? Are these shootings connected?
Well, that suspect has been identified as Isaiah McCooch. He's been charged with aggravated murder. Now, officers tell me
He had a rough life, man.
has been identified as Isaiah McCooch. He's been charged with aggravated murder. Now, officers tell me that he struggled with mental illness and he believed a motorcycle gang was after him.
I bet.
This surveillance video capturing the dramatic moment police say Isaiah McCooch shot an innocent man. You can see Trey Anthony Suki falling off his motorcycle. This all playing out in broad daylight on Lake Avenue near Emerson Court in Elyria Township. This, police say, was the 3rd shooting in about an hour's time. 2 cities terrorized. The Lorain County Sheriff says the gunfire started around 5 near 58 and Cooper Foster Park Road on the Amherst-Lorain border. Officers telling me McCooch was in his car when he spotted a couple on a motorcycle. He pulled out a gun and pointed it towards the 2.
Pointed it out the window at the couple. He did not fire at that time. Life Care, having the wits of them, laid on the air horn and startled our suspect, who either went through the light or waited for the light to turn green and then moved on. So again, he did not fire a shot at that time.
A bolo was put out for McCooch's car. They also ran it through the flock camera system. It showed McCooch was still in the area. Officers started their search. At the time, another call comes in from a few blocks away at 58 and State Route 2. Another person on their motorcycle was shot at. Thankfully, they weren't hit, but the bike was. As police in Amherst tried to sort things out, a 3rd call comes in. This time, the shooting turns deadly. Suki dying at the hospital.
It's unfortunate that it happens. So, I mean, it's with anything, you got to be vigilant of your surroundings and things. But I don't know that there was any way to at least stop this from happening.
So what was the motive?
Our suspect may have some issues mentally. He may have been manic and had an episode that he was going through.
Officials say McCooch doesn't have much of a criminal past. Just one drug charge from years ago. He was booked at the Lorain County Jail.
On our suspect, I know that he was booked here at the Lorain County Jail years ago on a drug charge. I'm not sure what the disposition of that was, but he is not a convicted felon.
Unfortunately, this was an incident of the wrong place, wrong time.
He was just traveling down Lake Avenue southbound, encountered the suspect. There were no words that were exchanged. This was just a random wrong place, wrong time, and unfortunately.
Wow. Cleveland.
Cleveland's hot.
That's a rough spot, Jack.
For real.
We in another city.
Miami.
Man. Please take the $5 challenge via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Please support the channel. Closet Stream. Hashtag Closet Stream. We did Memphis last night. Memphis is just, you can't really do Memphis. Like, we did as much of Memphis as we could last night.
Memphis is Memphis.
Salt Lake. Let's see what's happening in
Utah?
Salt Lake.
With the Mormons?
Mormons.
And the polygamists?
No, I don't know about that. I think it's changed, and there's been a little demographic shift over there, man.
More flavor, more strength.
Very flavorful over there, man.
It's a sunshine-filled fall afternoon at Fairmont Park. People walking their dogs and feeding the ducks like any other day. When just 12 hours earlier, it was a very different scene.
Hey, there was a shooting right across from your building.
Neighbors like Derek Decker waking up to startling news of a shooting where he lives in Sugar House.
That's really scary. This is a park I take my dog to a lot. Actually, last night, the night that it happened, I took him here. And now that it's after dark, kind of freaks me out to take him.
Detective Michael Ruff says officers responded to the call near this area of Fairmont Park at around 2:30 Thursday morning.
We did locate one individual with gunshot wounds. He was taken to a local hospital where he later died from his injuries.
Detective Ruff says the person believed to be the shooter stayed on scene, but no one was arrested.
We did recover a firearm on scene as well, and so that person is cooperating with our officers.
Chad Simpkins and his dog Chloe also live across the street. He says he's noticed a shift in the energy at the park after the sun set.
Right, things change very quickly after dark around here. I don't feel that it's very well lit park either, and there's a lot of drug usage you can tell at night.
He's left wondering what the recent violence means for families like his who frequently walk and run through the parks.
I think it was surprising because I do think most people see this area as a generally safe area and the whole Sugar House area in general. But now with this shooting and the one at the Walgreens recently, it's kind of making me a little bit more nervous out the area.
Multiple shootings in the area. Still not enough to, confirm anything, but, just something to nugget this,
Utah is super white. It got a bunch of white people over there.
Yeah, still, things are changing, man. Things are changing, man. Yeah, it's a lot of gliders here, man, because
they concerned over one shooting.
Yeah, man.
Was that Salt Lake, Utah?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, man, it's definitely not a lot of suns here, man. Definitely not.
The Utah Attorney General's office confirms to me that Ralph Leroy Menzies has exhausted his appeals. The next step now, the state will seek a death warrant to have him executed. Menzies is on throat for the 1986 murder of Maureen Hunsaker, who was kidnapped and her throat was slit. Her body was found in Big Cottonwood Canyon. Since the crime, Menzies has been in and out of appeals in court.
Last week, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected a petition by Menzies' attorneys.
The delays are frustrating, but of course, everyone wants to make sure that no innocent person is executed and that they have been given their due process rights. No constitutional rights have been violated. But at this point, especially in a case like Menzies, he has gone through every layer possible: appeals, state post-conviction, federal habeas, 10th Circuit Court of Appeals. Now the U.S. Supreme Court has denied the review of the final issue he raised. And so we really feel comfortable that everything possible that he could possibly attempt to raise has been raised and dealt with, and that it is appropriate to proceed in this case based on the heinous crime that he committed.
Menzies' court-appointed attorneys declined to comment to me. He can still seek a commutation hearing with the Utah Board of Pardons and Parole. He is also currently suing the state of Utah alongside 3 other death row inmates, challenging the capital punishment statutes. But if all of that fails, the state potentially could have him executed by early next year. He has chosen to die by firing squad. In downtown Salt Lake City, Ben Winslow, Fox 13
Damn.
News, Utah.
Firing squad.
So you could choose your way to die if you're on death row?
I guess in Utah, man.
Damn. Yeah, I'd probably choose that too.
Firing squad?
Yeah. I don't know about that injection thing. Getting injected like that, I don't know.
Yeah, firing squad, you getting injected too, man.
I feel like it would be quicker though.
Salute the boy Kachita, man. He says, Op Nation merch, chest baby carrier that's bullet resistant, dollhouse easy access items, head throwaway wounds flashback. Yeah, man. I gotta get on that, man. Great idea. Wow. We'll do one more city. Let's do one more city, man. Give me one more city, man, before we get out of here, man. Please take the $5 challenge via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Support your local closet YouTuber.
Hey, you remember the 3 dead in Denver that you were covering the other day?
Oh yeah, on burritos?
Nah, they were all son.
Okay, let me get to that. Let me get to that, man.
Yeah, they're all in their 20s and all
That's
son, man.
crazy. That triple shooting at the industrial park. That's crazy.
Yeah.
One
of them had like 3 kids, 3 young kids.
Yeah, I remember it. That was crazy, man. Hey, what happened? That was like a week ago. So yeah, that was
it's like a
way
week ago.
back. That might have been 2 weeks ago. Did they have a story on it, on a follow up?
Yeah, there's a follow up. I don't know. I think it was on 7 News. But then like 3 shot Denver. 3 shot in Denver, yeah. Because I think that was the most recent shooting so far. I think there was like 1 or 2, but that was like the most major one.
Yeah, this is the original story. Right here, it happened 11 days ago. Let's see something. I go to the government world. Let's go to the government world. See if we can find these goddamn people, man.
Yeah, they were at a Halloween party, I guess.
Wow. They were at a Halloween party. Shit. Sun parties, man. We still
Jeez.
going to sun parties? Yikes.
That's a way to go out, man, at a Halloween party.
Yeah, anytime you're around sons, man, you can like you can have a good time. Like nothing can go wrong. It's always the specter. Like it doesn't have to be your beef. That's the worst part. Let's see. Is this one of them? Yeah,
Yeah, I
three
think it's
identified.
those. Yeah.
Wow, this is one. Wow, he's dead. He's 22. Eric Miller, 25, and Tyreek Cameron, 22. Shit. These three right here.
Yeah.
Damn. Man. Sons be dying, man. Shit. Let's see.
Another one bites the dust for real.
Man, three foul swoop. That's like, and no suspects in custody, right?
Yeah, nobody.
Mass incarceration, and those guys in jail.
It showed a video of everybody running. They had one car that was like driving in reverse.
Everybody knows who did that shit.
Yeah, everybody know. Ain't nobody say nothing.
In a courtroom today. In a road rage shooting on I-25, accused of killing two brothers, will be in a courtroom today.
Fox News 1's Kristen Chapman is on it live this morning with what's expected and why one group, Kristen, is saying that the suspect deserves justice.
That's right. And Ashley, today Stephen Long will be in court for a preliminary hearing. So that just means the judge will read his official charges out loud. We do know he's there for 2 counts of first-degree murder. We're also expecting to hear from a group who believes that those 2 charges should be dropped. They want the case dismissed altogether. Now, that's why we're going to hear today from the Denver Justice Project. They wrote a letter to Denver City Council members, 10 of those members endorsing it. The letter stating that, quote, there is unequal application of self-defense laws when applied to people of color, end quote. Now, here's what happened. Denver police says in June, 2 brothers, 21-year-old Blake Lucas and 22-year-old Damon Lucas, they were driving in a car together when they were involved in a road rage incident with Long on I-25. Reports say both cars stopped under West 6th Avenue when one of the brothers allegedly approached Long's car and Long shot him. Then police say the other brother got out and jumped on Long's car and Long drove off. Long was arrested after an officer in the area heard those gunshots and followed his car. We've spoken to families on both sides of this incident. The mother of those 2 brothers hopes Long gets the maximum sentence, stating she wishes he would have made a different choice that day and he broke their family. Meanwhile, Long's family doesn't deny that he fired the shots, but says he acted in self-defense. The DJP previously telling us, quote, the reality is black men are less likely to be afforded the right to defend themselves, especially when defending themselves against white attackers.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, I think Homeboy's gonna beat the case.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, probably so. Yeah, I get to shoot white people because historically white people. Historically, blah, blah, blah. So this is the kid. This is the kid who's the shooter. And these are where's the good old boys never mean no harm. Yeah, these the Dukes of Hazzards, man. Their lives don't matter, man.
Damn. Talk about white privilege.
Yeah, they're gonna get off. The way they're talking in this story, yikes. Black men aren't afforded the right to defend themselves in America. Y'all gliders better watch out for that one. If that takes steam, whew, you think you in trouble now?
The letter stating that, quote, there's unequal application of self-defense laws when applied to people of color, end quote. Now here's what happened. Denver police says in June, two brothers, 21-year-old Blake Lucas and 22-year-old Damon Lucas, they were driving in a car together when they were involved in a road rage incident with Long on I-25. Reports say both cars stopped under West 6th Avenue when one of the brothers allegedly approached Long's car and Long shot him. Then police say the other brother got out and jumped on Long's car and Long drove off. Long was arrested after an officer in the area heard those gunshots and followed his car. We've spoken to families on both sides of this incident. The mother of those two brothers hopes Long gets the maximum sentence, stating she wishes he would have made a different choice that day and he broke their family. Meanwhile, Long's family doesn't deny that he fired the shots, but says he acted in self-defense. The DJP previously telling us, quote, the reality is black men are less likely to be afforded the right to defend themselves, especially when defending themselves against white attackers. We do expect to hear from the DJP later this morning. That court hearing begins at 8 a.m., so about an hour from now, and we'll share with you exactly what they say. Reporting live here in Denver, I'm Kristen Chapman, Fox 31.
Wow. And on that note, same bad time, same bad channel. Out of here.
Peace out, bro.
Peace.